Hello and welcome to a journey you won't soon forget. We're about to embark on an adventure into the heart of a nation that has mastered the art of living with water, a place where innovation is a tradition and beauty is found in the most meticulously crafted landscapes. This isn't just a trip, it's an invitation to experience a unique way of life, to feel the pulse of cities that are both ancient and ahead of their time, and to wander through scenery that looks as though it's been lifted directly from a golden age painting. We are off to explore a country that is wonderfully compact, yet bursting with character at every turn. The Netherlands may look small on the map, but don't let its size fool you. Within its borders lies a kaleidoscope of cultures, dialects, and traditions. It's a place where you can feel the cozy, convivial spirit the Dutch call gezelligheid in a candlelit cafe, and then moments later stand in awe of some of the world's most forward-thinking design. It is a place where history and the future live side by side in perfect, friendly harmony. The legacy of the 17th century Golden Age, when Dutch art, trade, and science were the envy of the world, is etched into the very fabric of its cities. Yet, this is also a nation that constantly looks ahead, pioneering solutions in water management, sustainable living, and urban innovation. The Netherlands may be small on a map, but it is vast in its offerings. The classic images you know and love are just the beginning of the story. It is a land woven together by canals, a shimmering network of waterways that are more than just scenic. They are the historic lifelines of trade and transport, the very reason many of its cities exist. It's painted with the colors of tulips, a floral spectacle that transforms vast swathes of the countryside into a geometric tapestry of breathtaking color each spring. And it's powered by the gentle turning of windmills, magnificent structures that are not just postcard icons, but powerful symbols of the Dutch struggle and mastery over water. This little corner of Europe packs an astonishing amount of variety into its flat landscapes, inviting you to discover its many secrets. Much of this land was painstakingly reclaimed from the sea, a testament to centuries of ingenuity. This constant dialogue with water has shaped not just the geography, but the resilient, pragmatic, and innovative character of its people. Imagine a place where you can start your day in a city that feels like a living museum, wandering through streets that have barely changed since Rembrandt's time, and end it in a village where the only traffic jam is a family of ducks crossing a quiet canal. That is the Netherlands for you. It is a country where you can pedal your bicycle past fields of vibrant flowers in the morning, feeling the fresh country air and the freedom of the open road, and admire cutting-edge architecture in the afternoon, in a city that dares to rebuild itself with bold, imaginative structures. It feels like a storybook brought to life, complete with charming villages, ancient castles, and tranquil waterways, but with the added excitement of modern design and a buzzing, creative energy. This is a nation of artists, thinkers, and innovators, and that spirit is palpable everywhere, from world-class museums to independent boutiques and bustling tech hubs. It is a place that proves you do not need towering mountains or vast oceans to create a landscape that captures the imagination and steals your heart. The beauty here is subtle, human-scaled, and deeply moving, found in the vast open skies, the shimmering reflections in the water, and the intricate details of a perfectly preserved town square. This journey will take us through the very best of what this nation has to offer, from its most famous landmarks to its hidden gems. We will drift along the famous canals of Amsterdam, where every gabled house has a story to tell, a leaning testament to centuries of history built on marshy ground. We will get lost in the fairy tale village of Giethoorn, where boats replace cars and life moves at a much gentler pace, connected by over 170 small wooden bridges. We will witness the iconic windmills of Kinderdijk, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, standing as proud guardians against the water in a powerful display of historic water management technology. Then we will jump into the future in Rotterdam, a city that rose from its ashes to become a playground for architects, a living gallery of modernism and innovation. It is a trip full of wonderful contrasts. We'll explore the historic charm of Delft, home of the famous blue and white pottery, and the lively cheese markets of Gouda, a tradition that's as vibrant today as it was centuries ago. From the regal streets of The Hague, the seat of international justice where government buildings meet sandy beaches, to the endless flower fields of Keukenhof, this country has something for everyone. We'll even venture to the southern city of Maastricht with its Roman roots and distinct Burgundian flair, offering a completely different taste of Dutch life. It appeals to the art lover, with museums housing the masterpieces of Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Van Gogh. It captivates the history enthusiast, with ancient city centers and stories of rebellion, trade, and discovery at every corner. It delights the nature seeker, offering serene national parks, wild coastlines, and the unique ecosystem of the Wadden Sea Islands. And it energizes the urban explorer, with dynamic cities that are constantly reinventing themselves. It is a destination perfect for those who love to wander and be surprised, for those who appreciate that the greatest discoveries are often found not in the grand and monumental, but in the small, perfectly crafted details. So come along with us as we peel back the layers of this fascinating land. We'll cycle its paths, sail its canals, and taste its flavors. We will show you why the Netherlands is so much more than just cliches, and why it continues to charm travelers from all over the world. Prepare to be surprised, delighted, and inspired. Our Dutch adventure begins now. After immersing ourselves in the vibrant, kinetic energy of the Netherlands' urban centers, our journey now takes a deliberate turn. We're consciously stepping away from the familiar symphony of city life, the incessant hum of traffic, the hurried footsteps on pavement, the towering glass and steel that define a modern metropolis. It's time to trade the concrete jungle for a verdant, tranquil haven. We are heading to a place that feels as if it has been lifted directly from the pages of a Brothers Grimm fairy tale, a village so picturesque it almost defies belief. Nestled in the province of Overijssel, within the serene wetlands of Weeribbenveen National Park, lies a destination that redefines the very concept of a village. This is Giethoorn, a village where the gentle lapping of water against the hull of a boat replaces the rumble of traffic. And the only rush hour involves a family of ducks crossing the canal. Imagine a community where the main streets are not asphalt but flowing canals of shimmering water. This isn't a gimmick, it's the very foundation of life here. The village's layout is a beautiful accident of history. Centuries ago, peat harvesters dug up the land for fuel, creating trenches and pits. Over time, these filled with water, forming the lakes and canals that give Giethoorn its unique character. The residents simply adapted, building their homes on the islands of peat left behind. Here, daily routines are dictated by the waterways. The postman delivers mail by boat, navigating the canals with practiced ease. Garbage collection, deliveries, even moving house, it all happens on the water. The absence of cars creates a soundscape of pure tranquility. The loudest sound you might hear is a duck paddling past your window, the cheerful chatter from a neighboring garden, or the gentle whir of an electric whisper boat. It's a true escape into charm. The entire old village is an intricate network of canals, a liquid labyrinth that connects every home and garden. These waterways are linked by more than 170 small, high-arched wooden bridges. Their distinctive curved design isn't just for aesthetics, it's a practical necessity, built tall enough to allow traditional Giethoorn punts, or punter boats, to glide underneath without obstruction. Each bridge you cross feels like a portal, leading you to another picture-perfect scene, another hidden corner of this enchanting world. The architecture is dominated by beautifully preserved thatched roof farmhouses, many dating back to the 18th century. These charming homes are perched on their own tiny peat islands, accessible only by their private bridge or by boat. Each property is surrounded by manicured gardens bursting with flowers, where proud homeowners cultivate vibrant displays of hydrangeas, roses, and tulips. The effect is a seamless blend of architecture and nature, where every home feels like a private oasis. It's often called the Venice of the North, but that comparison only tells part of the story. Think of Venice, but if it had retired to the countryside, trading its magnificent stone palazzos for cozy, reed-thatched farmhouses and its bustling crowds for serene green pastures. So, why should Giethoorn be on your must-visit list? The first reason is its profound, almost medicinal sense of peace. In our hyper-connected, noisy world, the quiet of Giethoorn is a rare gift. The simple act of gliding on the water or strolling along the footpaths with no cars in sight has a genuinely restorative effect on the mind and soul. The second reason is the sheer uniqueness of its landscape and architecture. This village is a living testament to a different way of life, a harmonious existence between humanity and water. It's a photographer's paradise, where every turn presents a new composition, a perfect reflection, a charming detail waiting to be captured. And the third reason is its undeniable, almost overwhelming beauty. This beauty changes with the seasons. In spring and summer, the gardens overflow with hydrangeas, roses, and a rainbow of other flowers, their colors reflected in the still water below. In autumn, the foliage turns to gold and amber, casting a warm glow over the village. And in winter, if you're lucky, the canals freeze over, transforming Giethoorn into a magical ice skating rink right out of a classic painting. It is a living painting, and you are invited to step inside the frame and become part of the art yourself. So how do you experience this masterpiece? The number one activity, without a doubt, is to get on the water. The best way to explore the village is by renting an electric whisper boat. These boats are silent, eco-friendly, and incredibly easy to operate, requiring no prior boating experience. You're given a map of the canal routes and off you go. You become the captain of your own little adventure, gliding past beautiful farmhouses, under those picturesque high arch bridges, and out into the open expanse of the Bovenweide Lake. It's an intimate way to see the village at your own pace. If you prefer to stay on solid ground, exploring Giethoorn on foot is an equally magical experience. The village is crisscrossed with narrow walking paths that follow the canals. This allows you to slow down and appreciate the details you might miss from a boat, the intricate woodwork on a doorway, a cat napping in a sunny garden, the charming window boxes overflowing with geraniums. You can cross the bridges, peek into the art galleries, and feel the unique rhythm of life here. After you've worked up an appetite, the third essential activity is to relax at one of the lovely waterside cafes or restaurants. Many establishments have beautiful terraces right on the edge of the canal, offering front row seats to the gentle aquatic parade. It's the perfect spot to enjoy a coffee, a slice of traditional Dutch apple pie, or a leisurely lunch while watching the boats glide by. Finally, for the complete Giethoorn experience, try to combine all three activities. Start your day with a peaceful boat ride in the morning before the crowds arrive, exploring the quiet canals as the village awakens. Then, moor your boat and set off on foot to discover the hidden paths and charming details. Finish your adventure with a relaxing break at a canal-side cafe, soaking in the unparalleled atmosphere. By weaving together these experiences, this fairy tale village provides an itinerary that feels both adventurous and perfectly, unforgettably serene. It's more than just a pretty place. It's a reminder that a quieter, more beautiful way of life is not only possible, but is thriving here in the heart of the Netherlands. From the tranquil waterways of Giethoorn, we now plunge into the vibrant heart of the Netherlands, Amsterdam. This is a city that buzzes with an energy all its own, a place where history is not confined to museums but is etched into every brick of its canal-side houses. Amsterdam is like a grand open-air museum that also loves to stay up all night and have a good time. its famous canal ring, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the first thing you will notice is the bikes. They are everywhere, gliding along the canals. Then there are the houses. Tall, narrow, leaning at quirky angles, these gabled buildings tell the story of a city built on water, where merchants once stored goods in their attics. By day, it is a hub of culture, with world-class museums that draw art lovers from across the globe. You can stand face to face with masterpieces by Rembrandt and Van Gogh. You can delve into poignant history at the Anne Frank house. By night, the city transforms. The bridges light up, casting a magical glow on the water. The narrow streets of areas like the Jordan and De Pipe come alive with the chatter from cozy brown cafes, stylish bars first and foremost. You must embrace the local way of life and get on a bike. Pedal alongside the canals, cross charming bridges with the wind in your hair. Next, dive into art and history, explore the museum quarter. When evening falls, see the city from the water. An evening canal cruise is pure magic. Finally, dive into the city's social scene. Sit in a traditional brown cafe, wood-paneled, smoky-walled charm. Explore De Pipe neighborhood, Albert Kuip Market, bustling stalls and street food. Just a short train ride from the capital, we arrive in a city that feels like a well-kept secret. Welcome to Utrecht. If Amsterdam is the dazzling world-famous superstar, Utrecht is its charming, more intimate cousin. It's a city that hums with a youthful energy thanks to its large student population, yet it's steeped in a history that's just as rich as its more famous sibling. The pace here is a little slower, the crowds a little thinner, allowing you to truly soak in the atmosphere. Utrecht boasts its own labyrinth of beautiful canals, but with a feature that makes them entirely unique: the wharves and wharf cellars. These two-tiered canals were ingeniously designed in the Middle Ages, creating a lower level of towpaths and storage cellars directly at water level. What were once bustling hubs for unloading goods from barges are now transformed into lively terraces, quirky shops, and atmospheric restaurants. You can dine, quite literally, at the water's edge. Dominating the skyline is the unmissable Dom Tower, a symbol of the city's resilience. This colossal Gothic tower once formed a single entity with the adjacent cathedral. However, in 1674, a ferocious tornado ripped through Utrecht, destroying the nave that connected the two structures, leaving the tower to stand alone ever since. For the energetic, the challenge awaits: a climb up its 465 steps. As you ascend the narrow spiral staircase, you're tracing centuries of history with every step. The effort is more than worth it. From the top, a spectacular panoramic view unfolds, a living map of the city's medieval heart and sprawling modern suburbs. It's a reward that truly puts Utrecht into perspective. After steeping ourselves in Utrecht's medieval charm, our next stop catapults us straight into the 21st century. This is Rotterdam, the architectural powerhouse of the Netherlands, a city that feels like a living gallery of innovation. After being almost entirely flattened during World War II, Rotterdam faced a monumental choice. Instead of simply rebuilding its past, the city courageously chose to reinvent itself, embracing the future and becoming a canvas for bold, modern, and often audacious design. You cannot miss the iconic cube houses, a forest of tilted, cube-shaped homes designed by architect Piet Bloem. It's a wonderfully bizarre and imaginative take on urban living. Then there is the magnificent Erasmus Bridge, affectionately nicknamed the Swan, for its graceful, asymmetrical pylon that elegantly connects the northern and southern parts of the city. More recently, the Markthal has become a major landmark. It's a feat of engineering, a gigantic arch-shaped building that cleverly incorporates apartments into its structure. Below, a spectacular indoor food market bustles with energy, all under a ceiling adorned with a colossal artwork of fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Leaving the urban energy of the cities behind, we now journey into a world of pure, unadulterated color. This is Keukenhof, affectionately known as the Garden of Europe. For just a few weeks each spring, this park transforms into one of the planet's most spectacular floral displays. It is a place where millions of tulips, daffodils, hyacinths, and countless other bulbs burst into bloom, creating meticulously designed landscapes of staggering beauty. The sheer scale and intensity of the colors, combined with the sweet fragrance that hangs in the air, make it a sensory overload in the best possible way. Every corner presents a new composition, a new palette of colors. For the aspiring photographer or anyone with a smartphone, Keukenhof is an absolute paradise. To appreciate the context of this floral wonderland, take a whisperboat tour on the canals surrounding the park. As you glide silently past the endless commercial bulb fields, you begin to feel the massive scale of the Dutch flower industry. From the ephemeral beauty of Keukenhof, we travel to a site of enduring strength and ingenuity. This is Kinderdijk, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a quintessential Dutch landscape. Here, 19 authentic windmills stand proudly as monuments to the nation's centuries-long battle against water. These weren't for grinding grain. Their sole purpose was to pump water out of the low-lying polders. Step inside a museum windmill and see the surprisingly cramped living quarters where entire families lived. Then, marvel at the impressive inner workings of the machinery, a symphony of creaking wood and colossal gears. Our journey now takes us to a city that offers a unique and sophisticated blend of culture, international politics, and coastal life. Welcome to The Hague, the political heart of the Netherlands. While Amsterdam is the capital, The Hague is the seat of government. This is where you will find the Dutch Parliament, housed in the historic Binnenhof, a complex of buildings that has been the center of Dutch politics for centuries. But The Hague is also a city of world-class art. In the exquisite Maritime Museum, you can come face to face with Johannes Vermeer's iconic and enigmatic girl with a pearl earring. And where else can you spend your morning immersed in politics and art, and your afternoon relaxing on a wide, sandy beach? A short tram ride takes you to Scheveningen, The Hague's bustling seaside resort. It's the perfect place to unwind. Stroll along the pier, feel the North Sea breeze, and finish your day with a spectacular seafood dinner at the harbour as the sun sets over the water. And so, our journey through the Netherlands comes to a close. What we have discovered is a country that, despite its small size, is immense in its diversity. It is where a deep respect for history and tradition lives happily, alongside a relentless drive for innovation and forward-thinking design. This is the true magic of the country, its ability to hold so many different worlds within its compact borders. First, think about the time of year. Getting around is super easy. When it comes to packing, think about wearing layers of clothes. Just remember, this important rule: bike riders always have the right of way. Always be careful of the bike lanes where stepping into one without looking is the fastest way to surprise a local. Now, the invitation is extended to you. We hope we have sparked your curiosity and given you the inspiration and the practical tools to begin planning. Go and feel the wind in your hair as you cycle past the windmills of Kinderdijk. Go and taste a fresh, warm stroopwafel right from the market. Go and find your own wow moment in this beautiful, surprising, and unforgettable country. Proust, the Netherlands is ready for you.